And we are back from the end of FlightSimCon 2015. I'm going to cry because it's over. But it's been a wonderful, wonderful week. We had a lot of great vendors show up. More people, as I understand, have showed up to this event than any other event in North America's history. So I think that is just absolutely amazing. But obviously, it took someone to put all of this together, get the museum, get all of the vendors and Boston ATC, everyone out here. And these are the people who are responsible for that. So I'm just going to let you all introduce yourselves and kind of talk a little bit about your end of the deal and how this whole thing came together.
Well, I'm Nicole and I'm the event organizer for FlightSimCon. And this idea came about 3 years ago. It was a very small event to begin with. It was more of an experimental pilot program, and we did pretty well. It was at a hotel in downtown Hartford. After that, we moved it here to the New England Air Museum, and that went very well. But now we have grown leaps and bounds this year, and we have so many terrific exhibitors and sponsors and attendees who travel across the country and Europe to get here, and Canada. So we have at least 3 times the attendance this year. This has been fantastic.
And really quickly, Nicole, you are the CEO of your own company, if I understand.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I have Blander Associates in management, and we do corporate events and festival type events. And I've been doing that for almost 20 years now. And this is the first flight simulation event.
Well, I think this event reflects on you and your company as well as its success. What's the email address of your company? How can people find out more about what you do?
You can email info@gaeventmanagement.com. info@gaeventmanagement.com. And I also have a website, www.gaeventmanagement.com.
Wonderful.
And my name is Evan, and along with Zach, we're here from Boston Virtual ATC. We've been volunteering with FlightSimCon now since the very beginning, when it was almost really exclusively a BVA event to what it's grown to become today. And we've been pleased to be partnered with Nicole for all of those years. She's a wonderful person to work with, amazing company, extremely responsive, and clearly, just able to manage something like this takes a lot of effort, especially when you have no flight simulation background. She's maybe finally starting to understand why we're all so crazy about aviation. Not sure if she's quite there yet.
We're an interesting group.
We really are.
Very
Yes.
passionate.
Yes. So I'm happy to have worked with Zach, Max, Tom, a team of people to help with a lot of the publicity for this event. And Zach can talk a little more about the companies we reached out to, some of the numbers of different organizations, and just the amount of emails that we sent out.
What was the number?
We had about 950 emails that we sent out, 152 different flight simulation news organizations, so all kinds of outreach that we did. And pretty much if you can think of a flight sim company, we talk to them. And particularly for the ones that are here, the ones that are sponsored, you can see they are the ones that made the commitment to an event early on in its beginnings, just its 3rd year, and that means a lot to us. And we expect that to just continue to grow and grow and grow with the publicity we receive from folks like yourself.
Like you said, next year we hope to afford to be bigger with numbers and bigger with exhibitors. Hopefully it just keeps progressing from there. But yeah, I'm in the same boat, working with a nice team of people, along with Nicole and Charles as well. So it's been great. Seeing as it progressed from 2 years ago, never thought it would have came to this.
At the end of last year's event, was it clear that there would be a FlightSimCon 2015? Or did it kind of manifest shortly?
I would say there definitely would have.
It was clear, but we still didn't know what to expect for the 3rd year. We didn't know how much more it would grow in this 3rd year. And we really jumped high on the scale compared to last year.
And Evan, you were telling me just a little bit earlier about some of the other parts of how the simulation came together as far as this year's conference.
That's right. I mean, we were looking back early, November, December, still quite a ways out from the event. We were definitely finding the challenge of attendees saying, well, we'd love to have exhibitors, so who have you got? And I'm not going to make the commitment to register until I know who's here. And on the exhibitor side, people saying, well, you didn't have that many people last year, so I don't know if it's worth making the trip. And one particular company really kicked things off for us. That was Jetline Systems. And they were very different from everyone else. They didn't sit there and say, well, maybe when you get a couple hundred people, I'll be interested. They said, this is a great event. We think it has potential. We're going to sponsor, we're going to be there, and we're going to give you a bunch of connections in the media so that you can help grow the exposure of the event. In fact, they're the people that connected us to you in the first place. And for those of your readers and audience who don't know, AirDLX has actually been the best contributor to our website. The most hits out of anywhere have come from you. So it was that first connection. it was that first connection with Jetline Systems that really kickstarted us. And as soon as we said, well, Jetline is here, A2A was supposed to follow, and then it was just a matter of companies upon companies seeing the names. And it was interesting for us when we were doing our outreach. Our first message was, this is what FlightSimCon is, this is what it's about, here's what it was like last year. And in May or April, we reached out to people. It was, here's all the people that are coming, you should be here too. That was really all we had to say at that point.
You know, it's funny, I can probably speak on behalf of a lot of people that didn't show up. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't initially planning on coming to this year's event. My wife and I, we were planning on going abroad and doing other things for our vacation. This is our vacation. we were thinking about doing some other things, and FlightSimCon really wasn't on my mind, and I'm not really sure why, but it really wasn't. And you know, Greg and I from Jetline, we talk all the time. I mean, we're just, you know, we're like brothers at this point. We're always chatting, and at some point, he sends me a text. He's like, DeAndre, you're going to FlightSimCon this year. And I was like, I am. He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to FlightSimCon this year. And then once I got committed to it, the more and more excited I got about it. I was like, wow, I'm gonna get to meet other people like me in this world that exist.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're out there on the other side of the website, but I haven't really met any of these folks. I have close friends that are as crazy as I am, but to be like in a crowd of people who love this stuff and is as passionate as I am, I'm like, wow, this is gonna be great and a lot of fun. And then shortly thereafter, just more vendors started signing up, and then I started, reaching out to developers and, hoping to get them in, and, and then walking in here, I was actually really nervous. Like, all the excitement went out the window, and I was like, this is going to be kind of weird. What am I going to do? And, I mean, just everyone that showed up, everyone was really just happy to see that, so many people were representing, and people coming up to me and like, hey, glad you're here and follow your website. And I'm just like, I had no idea. My wife's making jokes like, you're a celebrity there. And I'm like, come on. And then all these people just coming up. So, when you're on one side of the website, you don't really see anything going on. But when you actually get to meet the people behind it, it warms my heart that just how great everyone is. And obviously you guys did a lot of work to put this together. We've been obviously emailing a lot, especially with Zach, and trying to get things confirmed and sorted out. And I guess I'm really impressed with how quickly you guys respond, how quickly you get things together. I mean, it's such a great setup, and you couldn't have picked a better place to put it. Because I've been just telling everyone, I just wish this was my bedroom. I just put my bed right there in the middle of the room and just wake up every morning happy. Is there anything else that you would like anyone to know about this year's convention, perhaps next year's convention?
Well, I just want to add to what you just said, that, besides the technology that comes along with FlightSimCon, it is meeting in person and making that personal connection and getting all these great stories that happen kind of behind the scenes that just end up being a part of the event. They end up being a part of what FlightSimCon is about, so that's great. And as far as next year goes, yeah, we're working on it. I think there's a real need, in the United States, and it seems to be, everybody seems to be very excited about it. So we want to make it happen, and we're going to work on that starting real soon, and we'll let everybody know.
Absolutely, and I won't lie, it was expensive coming all the way out from Los Angeles. It's hard to get a direct flight here. Yes. We had to rent a car, and we were looking at the expenses and everything it would take, and then once we were here and had this experience, it's worth twice what it took to get here. I mean, that's just how incredible this event truly was. So I really, if there's anything that I can hit home for any of you who did not show up this year, you have to come, you have to be here, you have to support your hobby and everyone else that works so hard to make it happen. Obviously, from what you've seen here, it takes a lot. So do come down, do show your support. One more question I didn't ask, how many people showed up this weekend? Do we have a final number?
A little over 300, I would say. That's what we're seeing. So that's fantastic. We were expecting maybe closer to 200. So
I remember having conversations in the media. We're thinking, are we going to hit 200? Yeah. Should we tell people 200? Maybe that's too high. And we've really exceeded that. So that's fantastic.
And we've had some big names. I mean, Robert Randazzo flying in on his Pan Am DC-3.
No big deal.
Wow.
Just
Yeah.
walks into the FBO.
I meant to make a joke when I said it's hard to get a direct flight, when we were on the panel, and I meant to say, but that doesn't apply to Rob. Because that's pretty easy. But everyone that was here this year, I certainly hope they all return next year, and I just hope I hope that it gets to the point where this place just can't handle us anymore, and we're gonna have to find a bigger hangar with more airplanes. But I want to thank the three of you so much for putting this together and giving me this experience, because honestly, it was an experience for me that I've never had, and I am really grateful for it. And I'm committed. I'm here every year, wherever it's going to be. I'm a part of it, and I'm always here to help however I can. Thank you all so much, and terrific job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay.